Hello, adventurers of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 49th episode of our Feat series. Is your character the kind of guy who just loves his bows and arrows? Is he a stealth archer from good old Skyrim? And does he just love hitting hard and loves that feeling where no one can really get away from him? If that sounds like your character, then let me tell you, this feat is a must to your build. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sharpshooter. It is found in the Player's Handbook and is one of the coolest feats out there for your archer. With that hyped up introduction out of the way, let's take a look at the description here. First and foremost, technically speaking, there's no prerequisite, although it is definitely a thing that you gotta have a ranged weapon with you, so bear that in mind. The description reads as followed. You have mastered ranged weapons and can make shots that others find impossible. You gain the following benefits. Attacking at long range doesn't impose disadvantage on your weapon attack rolls. Your ranged weapon attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. Before you make an attack with a ranged weapon that you are proficient with, you can choose to take a -5 penalty to the attack roll. If the attack hits, you add +10 to the attack's damage. Needless to say, this is a very, very good feat. Let's take a look at the walkthrough and kind of break this down a little bit. So, first and foremost, that long range no longer equals disadvantage portion. What that refers to is if you look at all of your ranged weapons, there's the first number / a larger number. The larger number at the end of that slash there is how long your maximum range is, but in order to hit that, you have disadvantage imposed on anything outside of the first number. That makes sense. So this is super powerful as it essentially lets you use your weapon to its maximum capability with 0 drawback to it. The second portion, you get to ignore half and 3/4 cover. I find this to be overwhelmingly powerful. I've gone up against NPCs who have this feat, and let me tell you, it is not fun to be able to get attacked even with 3/4 cover. It is, quite frankly, ridiculous if you ask me. And the last portion is very similar to Great Weapons Master, if you remember that. And that is, you take a -5 penalty to accuracy for a +10 increase to damage. This is super cool if comboed with the right build. That being said, let's take a look at my personal thoughts on this. In terms of who benefits the absolute most, I want to say Elven Assassins, for a couple reasons. Firstly, if you take the Elven Accuracy feat, and even Luck, in all honesty, either one of those would work out great for you. You could really take advantage of that +10 to damage, and since Assassins get an automatic crit on their first strike on a surprise round, needless to say, this is absolutely broken. So you have a flat of 20 damage added to your already quite impressive ranged weapon attack, plus your modifier, plus your proficiency, plus all that juicy sneak attack damage. That is an absolutely broken first strike. And with Elven Accuracy and the Luck feat, the odds of you actually missing that are almost nil. It is incredibly devastating. Outside of that, I'm sure the Ranger could find a lot of good uses for this. There aren't really a whole lot of classes that specialize in ranged weapons. Like, you can get a lot of them that specialize in ranged weapons, I guess, but they're usually better suited for other tasks. So I want to say the Rogue and the Ranger are probably the two classes who are going to benefit from this the most. In any case, if you have any ideas, any comments, any crazy uses, any combinations, any build ideas, please let me know down in the comments below, as well if you have any cool stories. I really appreciate reading them. I know everyone else tuning in does as well. That being said, thank you so much, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Have a great day, and as always, happy adventuring.